If humans evolved from monkeys, why aren't monkeys evolving into humans today? Are we missing something about evolution, or is the answer hidden in nature's secrets? Let's uncover the truth about evolution and debunk common myths. From the real reason humans and monkeys took different paths to the fascinating process of natural selection, we'll explain why modern monkeys have no reason to become human. Evolution is a fascinating and often misunderstood process. At its core, it's not about one species suddenly turning into another, but a gradual transformation occurring over countless generations. This process is driven by natural selection, where individuals with advantageous traits are more likely to survive and pass those traits on to their offspring. Over time, these small changes accumulate, leading to the development of new species. One of the most common misconceptions is the idea that humans evolved from modern monkeys. In reality, humans and monkeys share a common ancestor that lived millions of years ago. This ancestor wasn't a human, nor was it a monkey as we know them today. Instead, it was a primate species that eventually branched into two separate evolutionary paths, one leading to modern humans and the other to monkeys and apes. But why did these branches take such different directions? The answer lies in adaptation. Different environments created unique challenges that shaped the traits of each lineage. For our human ancestors, moving out of forests and into open savannas meant walking upright became advantageous for spotting predators and traveling long distances. The development of tools, social cooperation, and complex communication further shaped the path of human evolution. On the other hand, many monkey species remained in forested environments. Traits like strong limbs for climbing, tails for balance, and smaller size suited their survival needs in trees. Each species evolved traits that best fit their specific environment, ensuring their survival over millions of years. It's also important to understand that evolution doesn't have an endpoint or a goal. There's no inherent push for monkeys to evolve into humans or any other form. Every species evolves based on its unique circumstances, creating the diversity of life we see today. So modern monkeys aren't behind humans. They're simply on a different evolutionary branch, just as adapted to their environments as we are to ours. To understand why monkeys don't evolve into humans today, we need to delve deeper into our shared history. Roughly 25 to 30 million years ago, there was a species of primates that became the common ancestor of both humans and modern monkeys. This ancestor didn't resemble either of us exactly, but carried traits that would later define each branch of its descendants. As this ancient primate population spread across diverse environments, natural selection began working in different ways. Some groups adapted to life in dense forests, relying on agility, smaller body sizes, and powerful tails for survival. These adaptations are what we now see in monkeys. Other groups, however, face different challenges. Moving to open landscapes encouraged traits like bipedalism, the ability to walk on two legs, and larger brain capacity, which eventually led to the evolution of humans. This divergence was driven by isolation and adaptation. Populations of the common ancestor became separated by rivers, mountains, or shifting climates. Over thousands of generations, these isolated groups evolved differently, eventually forming entirely new species. It's crucial to note that evolution isn't linear. It's more like a branching tree. The branch leading to humans didn't emerge because it was better, but because it was suited to the specific challenges of its environment. Meanwhile, the branches leading to modern monkeys adapted perfectly to theirs. What's even more fascinating is that this branching process is ongoing. Monkeys and humans continue to evolve today, just in ways that suit their respective environments. But the evolutionary split that occurred millions of years ago means monkeys and humans are now too genetically distinct to overlap in development. This separation also explains why no modern monkey could evolve into a human. Evolution doesn't work by upgrading one species into another. Instead, it's about gradual adaptations that fit specific ecological niches. Monkeys today are exactly what they need to be, highly specialized for their lives in forests and other habitats. By exploring this shared ancestry, we gain a deeper appreciation of evolution's complexity and how it shapes life on Earth. It's not about superiority or progress, but about diversity and adaptation to a world that's always changing. When people ask why monkeys don't turn into humans, they're often working with flawed assumptions about how evolution operates. Let's explore and clarify these ideas further. One major misunderstanding is the notion that evolution is a straight path where species progress toward a more advanced form. This is not true. Evolution is not a race or a journey towards some ideal state. It's a branching process. Humans and monkeys diverged from a shared ancestor millions of years ago, but since then, we've each adapted to different environments and challenges. There's no reason for one branch to merge back into another. Another myth stems from the belief that evolution works quickly or in response to an immediate need. While environmental pressures can accelerate change, large-scale evolutionary shifts take an extraordinary amount of time, often millions of years. The monkeys we see today are evolving, but their changes are gradual and specific to their survival in forests, savannas, or even urban environments. Some people mistakenly assume that monkeys are less evolved than humans. This couldn't be further from the truth. Modern monkeys are as evolved as we are. They've simply followed a different evolutionary path. For example, while humans developed larger brains and complex societies, monkeys have adapted with remarkable agility, climbing skills, and specialized diets. Each trait is a reflection of the environments they've mastered. Then there's the question of why monkeys don't evolve into humans today. This assumes that humans are the ultimate goal of evolution, which they're not. Evolution doesn't have goals or intentions. It's a process driven by random mutations and natural selection. If those mutations aren't beneficial for a species in its current environment, they simply don't stick around. Also consider the vast differences in reproductive isolation. Humans and monkeys don't share the same gene pool anymore, so no genetic exchange occurs between them. Even if there were mutations leading to human-like traits in a monkey population, they wouldn't convert into humans. They'd become something entirely unique. Lastly, the environment plays a massive role. Human evolution was shaped by very specific conditions: climate changes, diet shifts, and the need for complex social behavior. Unless those exact conditions were replicated, the evolution of humans as we know them wouldn't occur. By debunking these myths, we can better appreciate evolution's complexity. It's not about becoming something else, but about adapting to the world around you, whether you're a human in a skyscraper or a monkey swinging through the canopy. To understand why humans and monkeys are so different today, we need to dig deeper into our shared evolutionary history. Around 25 million years ago, there was a common ancestor from which both humans and monkeys evolved. Since then, our paths have diverged significantly, shaped by different environments, diets, and lifestyles. One major factor is bipedalism, the ability to walk upright. This was a critical turning point in human evolution. Early human ancestors adapted to life on the ground, which freed their hands for tool use, carrying food and eventually creating complex tools. Monkeys, on the other hand, remained primarily in trees, relying on agility and grasping hands for survival. Brain development is another key difference. Over millions of years, human ancestors faced challenges that required advanced problem-solving, communication, and planning. This led to the development of larger brains, particularly in areas responsible for language and abstract thinking. In contrast, monkeys adapted to their environments in other ways, focusing on physical agility, social bonding, and survival strategies specific to their habitats. Diet also played a significant role. Early humans transitioned from a primarily plant-based diet to include meat, which provided higher energy and nutrients necessary for brain growth. Monkeys, depending on their species, evolved diets suited to their specific environments, from fruits and insects to leaves and seeds. Social structures further highlight our differences. While both humans and monkeys live in social groups, the complexity of human societies, marked by culture, art, and technology, is unmatched. Language allowed humans to pass down knowledge across generations, accelerating progress in ways that no other species has achieved. Even physical traits evolved to suit our distinct lifestyles. Humans developed sweat glands and lost most body hair, enabling endurance running in hot climates. Monkeys retained their fur for warmth and protection, essential for their arboreal lifestyles. Despite these differences, Humans and monkeys still share about 98% of their DNA. It's the small variations in that remaining 2%, combined with millions of years of divergent evolution, that have created the stark contrast we see today. Understanding these differences reminds us that evolution isn't about one species being better than another. It's about adapting to specific challenges and environments. Monkeys are perfectly evolved for their lives in the trees, just as humans are for their complex societies on the ground. When discussing evolution, many misconceptions can create confusion about how species develop over time. A prevalent misunderstanding is the idea that humans evolved from modern monkeys. The truth is far more nuanced. Humans and monkeys share a common ancestor that lived millions of years ago. From this shared origin, each species branched out and adapted to its unique environment, resulting in the vast differences we see today. Another frequent error is the notion that evolution is a ladder-like process with higher or more advanced species at the top. Evolution doesn't follow a predetermined path or work toward a specific goal. Instead, it's a branching tree, with each species evolving traits that help it survive and thrive in its particular niche. Monkeys didn't miss out on becoming human. They are incredibly well adapted to their arboreal lifestyles, just as we are to our complex societies. The idea that evolution happens quickly or within an individual's lifetime is another misconception. Evolution is a gradual, population-wide process. Significant changes, such as new physical traits, behaviors, or abilities, develop over countless generations as natural selection favors certain traits in response to environmental pressures. For example, humans' shift to upright walking didn't happen overnight, but over millions of years of adaptation to changing landscapes. Some people also mistakenly believe that evolution has stopped for humans. On the contrary, evolution is an ongoing process for all living organisms. Modern humans, for instance, are experiencing subtle evolutionary shifts as we adapt to technological, social, and environmental changes. The increased prevalence of lactose tolerance in certain populations or genetic resistance to diseases like malaria are examples of recent human adaptations. Another critical misconception is the belief that humans are the pinnacle of evolution. This perspective diminishes the incredible diversity and specialization found in other species. Octopuses with their unparalleled intelligence, birds with their complex migratory patterns, or even bacteria with their ability to survive extreme conditions showcase evolution's creative adaptability. Each species is a masterpiece of evolution in its own right. By addressing these misconceptions, we can better appreciate evolution as a process of constant change and adaptation. It isn't about progress or superiority, but about survival and thriving in ever-changing environments. Monkeys, humans, and all other life forms represent different branches of the evolutionary tree, each contributing to the story of life on Earth in its unique way. Evolution isn't just a lens to examine the past. It also provides valuable insights into what the future may hold for humans and other species. By understanding how life adapts to environmental pressures, we can speculate about the paths humanity might take in the coming millennia. One key lesson is adaptability. Just as species of the past evolved to thrive in changing climates, humans will need to continue adapting to modern challenges, such as climate change, overpopulation, and resource scarcity. Advances in technology, like genetic engineering, may even allow us to guide our evolution intentionally, potentially altering traits to enhance health, intelligence, or longevity. The concept of natural selection reminds us that survival depends on the ability to respond to threats and opportunities. While humans have overcome many natural dangers, such as predators and diseases, new challenges like antibiotic resistance, pollution, and the ethical dilemmas of artificial intelligence could shape our evolution in unpredictable ways. Additionally, as humans expand beyond Earth, evolution may diverge for those who settle in space or on other planets. Differences in gravity, radiation levels, and resource availability might lead to physical and genetic changes over generations, creating distinct branches of humanity adapted to these new environments. Understanding evolution also deepens our appreciation of biodiversity and the interconnectedness of life. Preserving ecosystems and protecting endangered species isn't just about conservation. It's about maintaining the balance that supports all life on Earth. The loss of a single species can have cascading effects on entire ecosystems, impacting the evolutionary trajectories of countless other organisms. Evolution teaches us humility too. It reminds us that humans are not separate from nature, but a part of it, subject to the same forces that shape all life. The choices we make today, how we use resources, treat the planet, and interact with one another, will influence not just our future, but the future of countless other species sharing this world with us. In the end, evolution is a story of resilience and possibility. By learning from the past and understanding its principles, we can prepare for a future that respects and embraces the diversity of life, ensuring that humanity's legacy is one of coexistence and progress rather than conflict and decline. Many people assume that evolution is a process of the past, something that shaped life millions of years ago but has since stopped. In reality, evolution is an ongoing process, constantly shaping every living organism, including humans, in subtle but significant ways. One clear example is antibiotic resistance. Bacteria evolve rapidly due to their short life cycles. When exposed to antibiotics, only the strongest survive and pass their resistant genes to the next generation. This is natural selection in real time, creating strains of bacteria that are harder to treat and posing a serious challenge to modern medicine. Humans, too, are evolving. Traits like lactose tolerance, common in populations with a history of dairy farming, are relatively recent evolutionary developments. Similarly, our immune systems are continually adapting to fight off new diseases, influenced by the environments and pathogens we encounter. Cultural and technological advancements also shape evolution. For instance, access to healthcare and improved living conditions mean that traits that might have been disadvantageous in the past, like poor eyesight, no longer affect survival or reproduction. This phenomenon, sometimes called relaxed selection, shows how modern life can alter the pressures driving evolution. Climate change is another factor influencing evolution today. Species are adapting, or failing to adapt, to rapidly changing temperatures, weather patterns, and habitats. Polar bears, for example, are struggling to survive as sea ice disappears, while some animals and plants are migrating to cooler regions to cope with the heat. Urbanization is creating new evolutionary pressures too. Animals living in cities like pigeons, rats, and even some insects are adapting to human-made environments. Traits such as tolerance for pollution, smaller territories, or changes in diet reflect how species evolve to thrive in the unique challenges of urban settings. Even at the genetic level, evolution is ongoing. Scientists studying human DNA have found evidence of recent changes in genes linked to brain development, metabolism, and immune response. These subtle shifts highlight how our species continues to adapt to the ever-changing world around us. Understanding that evolution is an active process reinforces the idea that life is never static. It's a reminder of the incredible resilience of living organisms and the interconnectedness of all species. Whether it's bacteria in a petri dish or humans navigating modern challenges, evolution is the thread that ties all of life together, constantly moving forward, shaping the future in ways we are only beginning to understand. The question of why monkeys don't become humans highlights a fundamental misunderstanding of evolution. Evolution isn't about progress toward a single, ultimate form. It's about adapting to specific environments and challenges. Monkeys and humans share a common ancestor, but millions of years of divergent evolution have taken us down entirely different paths. Monkeys are perfectly suited for their lives in the trees, with traits like agility, strong limbs, and grasping tails. Humans, on the other hand, evolved to thrive on the ground, developing advanced tools, complex societies, and remarkable cognitive abilities. This divergence is a testament to the diversity of life and the adaptability of organisms to different conditions. It's not about one species being superior, it's about survival in specific contexts. Monkeys and humans are both evolutionary success stories in their own unique ways. Ultimately, understanding evolution helps us appreciate the incredible variety of life on Earth and the intricate processes that have shaped it over billions of years. It reminds us that while we may look very different from our primate cousins, we share a deep connection rooted in our shared evolutionary history. That connection underscores the beauty and complexity of life itself, a story still being written every day. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine all the incredible paths evolution didn't take us down. Every day, new discoveries, new questions, and new perspectives help us understand our world and ourselves. The world is full of fascinating mysteries, from everyday adaptations to the incredible journeys that show us who we are and where we're headed. But are we ready to uncover all the answers? And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments which evolutionary mystery fascinates you the most. See you in the next one.